We met 2-year-old Levi Howard in 2010. He was born with a cancerous lump on his tongue. Levi and his entire family stayed at the Ronald McDonald house while he received medical treatment. After 19 months of numerous surgeries, countless transfusions, and chemotherapy, little Levi seemed to beat the odds.
Well, it was the end of 2010, he started having a real bad cough. We noticed that he needed oxygen. So they put him on oxygen 24/7. Just kept getting worse and worse.
Levi's breathing issues continued to worsen, so it was back to the hospital.
Levi was diagnosed with a rare lung disease, which was caused from the chemotherapies.
The family would once again settle into the Ronald McDonald house.
We stayed at the Ronald McDonald house for, I want to say, 8 weeks during that time, just to be able to be close.
His parents were amazed at their son's spirit for life.
Yeah, he'd tell us he didn't feel good sometimes, but he wouldn't act that way. He never would act that he didn't feel good. He still wanted to get up and play, stay with his sisters and be playing with them or somebody.
It was a part of his everyday life. Even on some of his sickest days, he was still had a smile on his face, demanding a slush, just being his cheerful, demanding self.
He fought and fought and fought every day, but you couldn't tell he was fighting.
Over the next year and a half, the Howards would bring Levi back and forth to Nashville for medical care. But then in 2013,
he had a pneumothorax, which is a leak in his lung. And the leak in his right lung took a long time to seal. So they had to put a chest tube in. His body just quickly declined. I think that's when everything changed. That's when we realized how sick our baby was.
Amber and Daniel are grateful for the Ronald McDonald house and the support it provided for their family.
They'd always give us a room if they knew we had to be here early or something the next day for a stay at the hospital.
The house helped keep us a family. I know it sounds crazy, but it did. It helped us to be with each other when we weren't able to, because if not, the girls would have had to stay at home with someone, and the drive back and forth, 2 hours one way, it's just not feasible to do every day. So the girls were able to stay with us here. There was the table that he was like Godzilla, like, "Whoa."
The Howards have many fond memories of this house.
We'd be able to be together, go play. Me and the girls could go downstairs and play ping pong or PlayStation, whatever.
One of my favorite memories was our first year here for the Telecast. Daniel had Levi rocking him in the rocking chair.
Reading a John Deere book.
My 2 favorite guys, and one of my favorite places.
As Levi's health declined, Daniel remembers a special moment with his son at the hospital.
We had the greatest day ever. We got out, we walked, we went to the Christmas tree, just looked outside, did everything. I was planning on going home that following Monday anyway.
But their plans would soon change.
Early that morning, it woke us up, all those machines going on. Just wasn't breathing good.
He was just really fighting the CPAP. He didn't like it. And he had wore himself out, pretty much. And he told me to leave. He didn't want. He told me to go tell everybody he was okay. I just spoke with the doctors. The doctors had come out and said he had calmed down and everything was good. And he told Daniel he wanted to take a nap. And he told Daniel good night, and he loved him. And Daniel said, to infinity and beyond, and forever. And Levi said, never. And when he closed his eyes, his heart stopped.
It's almost like he knew.
Levi strong.
It was always to infinity and beyond, forever, and he said ever.
Levi may be gone, but this family continues to honor his memory
Oh my goodness, look at all the goodies.
by collecting items for the house.
We're blessed to be able to bring those donations. But at the same time, it's hard.
Paper towels, toilet paper.
Shampoos. We always try to just bring a variety of things because we know anything that we use at our house, they can use here. So saran wrap and always can tabs.
And those tabs were the subject of a 4-H project presented by Levi's sisters who wanted to educate their community about the Nashville Ronald McDonald House.
And as one of them said in her speech, the can tab, some just think it's a little can tab, but it was time. It was more than a can tab. It was time that she got to spend with her brother that they wouldn't have had without the Ronald McDonald House.